If you ever wondered what it's like to fly the old-school Airbus A330 from Garuda Indonesia, then join me on my 1 hour and 25 minute flight from Jakarta, Indonesia to beautiful Singapore. So in this video, we enjoyed the true Indonesian hospitality and cuisine, we experienced Garuda Economy Class, and we get to fly the Airbus A330-300 for the very first time. On my way to my next connecting flight with the retro-style Lufthansa 747-8. What a treat! But first, a 4-hour drive between Bandung and Jakarta through the Jakarta rush hour, which was very busy. To be arriving at the new terminal of Jakarta International Airport. And once again, the newly revised Jakarta International Airport is actually pretty nice, and you have a lot of nice places where you can grab some food, drinks, and where you can do some shopping. And after a timely check-in, it was time for us to grab some food and had our last minutes together before we went back into a long-distance relationship. And this self-made beef spaghetti is a true recommendation. So the new Jakarta terminal really has a good view with all the unobstructed views of the glass area. However, I wasn't able to see our plane of today, as this was a pretty weird gate configuration. We first had to go downstairs through the jet bridge to another area of the airport, then walk all the way to the right side and onto another jet bridge to eventually our Airbus A330. But this was a bit of a weird thing at this airport. And after watching the beautiful Garuda Indonesia safety video, it was now time for us to get into the sky on our way to Singapore. So let's now talk about the seats of the Garuda Indonesia Airbus A330. So the seats were actually pretty nice. They are really spacious. I wouldn't think so beforehand. So I had seat 29A, which was a window seat. And as you can see, the amount of legroom was actually really nice. And the added benefit is that you only have one passenger next to you, which is just a bit more comfortable if you need to go to the toilet and you need to wake up the person next to you. So the in-flight entertainment this time was a really nice functioning unit, which I was very happy with. And I watched one of my all-time favorite movies, which is Rush Hour. And also the Garuda Indonesia provided headphones were one of the best that I've ever used in economy class. And so after reaching cruising altitude, we now got served our meal of today, which in my case was a Nasi Rendang with a juice jeruk and some kerupuk on the side, and of course a original bintang. And the meal honestly was really delicious, and you can just only get this on a Garuda Indonesia flight, which just gives you the nicest Indonesian food. And of course, bintang.
Atau secara terpisah melalui situs web IJA Immigration Checkpoint Authority.
So the seat also came with this old school remote, but you can also just use the touchscreen. So the toilet was nothing too special, but pretty clean, and they also came with these Garuda branded toothbrushes, which was really cool, and I also took one home. And after an hour in the sky, we already started our final approach and landing into Singapore International Airport. So welcome to Singapore, the place where I will stay my next 3 hours in before I take my next flight into the Lufthansa Boeing 747-8, which will be online in about 2 weeks. So what is it like to fly Garuda Indonesia in the Airbus A330? So for starters, I think the A330 is a super comfortable plane where you have really a big amount of space and a big amount of leg room in a economy seat. Also the food was really good, and also the cabin crew is also really nice at Garuda, so I can definitely recommend you trying them over the usual airlines such as Qatar Airways or Emirates. So with that being said, thank you for watching and see you guys in the next one. Ciao!